She did everything right. She was loyal, she was patient, she was present. She loved deeply and she gave generously. And somehow, she still ended up feeling invisible. If that is you, stay with me, because what I am about to say might be the most important thing you hear today. Good women do not get taken for granted by accident. It happens slowly, quietly, in ways that are so subtle you almost do not notice until one day you wake up and realize you have been pouring into someone who stopped refilling you a long time ago. You became the one who always called first, the one who always apologized first, the one who always showed up regardless of how you were treated. And because you kept showing up, they stopped worrying about losing you. That is the painful truth. When you make yourself too available, too forgiving, too understanding, some people stop seeing your presence as a gift and start seeing it as a guarantee. And guarantees do not get appreciated, they get used. Here's something nobody talks about honestly enough. Good women get taken for granted because somewhere along the way they were taught that love means sacrifice, that being a good woman means being endlessly patient, endlessly giving, endlessly available. So you gave and you gave and you gave. You gave when you were tired, you gave when you were hurt, you gave when you had nothing left to give, because you believed that if you loved hard enough, eventually they would see it, eventually they would match it. But here's what I learned. People do not rise to the level of your love, they sink to the level of your standards. If you accept being an option, they will never make you a priority. If you accept crumbs, they will never offer you the whole loaf. If you stay silent about your pain, they will assume you have none. Your tolerance taught them what you were willing to accept. And that's a hard thing to sit with. But it's also the most freeing thing you will ever realize, because if your behavior taught them how to treat you, your behavior can also change it. Let me be specific, because sometimes we're so deep inside a situation we can't see it clearly. You're being taken for granted when your efforts are expected but never acknowledged, when your presence is only noticed in your absence, when you have to ask repeatedly for basic consideration, when your feelings are dismissed as overreacting, when they make time for everything and everyone except you, when you feel more like a convenience than a choice, and the most painful sign of all, when you have to shrink yourself to keep the peace, when you have stopped expressing your needs because you already know they won't be met and you've decided that silence is easier than disappointment. That is not love. That is survival. And I want to say something with love because this part matters. Many good women stay in situations where they are taken for granted, not because they are weak, but because they are deeply loyal. You see the potential in people. You remember who they were at their best. You believe in second chances and third chances and fourth chances because your love is genuine and your heart is real. But loyalty without standards is not loyalty. It's self-abandonment. You can love someone deeply and still recognize that they aren't treating you the way you deserve. Those two things can exist at the same time. Staying does not always mean strength. Sometimes staying means you've forgotten your own value. So how do you stop being taken for granted? Here's the truth. You stop by becoming a woman who knows her value so deeply that she cannot be convinced otherwise by anyone's behavior. You stop explaining yourself to people who aren't listening. You stop overgiving to people who aren't receiving with gratitude. You stop making yourself small to make others comfortable. You stop chasing people who are walking away. You start speaking up when something hurts instead of swallowing it. You start letting your actions reflect your worth, not just your words. You start creating standards and actually keeping them. You start being willing to lose the relationship rather than lose yourself in it. Because here's what I know for certain. The moment you stop being so easy to take for granted is the moment everything shifts. Either the person steps up because they realize what they are about to lose, or they reveal that they were never worthy of you in the first place. Either way, you win. A woman who knows her value doesn't beg for appreciation. She doesn't chase recognition. She doesn't shrink herself to fit into spaces that were never built for her. She simply lives at her standard and lets everyone else decide if they can meet her there. The right people will, and the ones who can't, let them go, with grace, with peace, with the quiet confidence of a woman who knows exactly who she is. You were never too much. You were never too sensitive. You were never asking for too much. You were simply in the wrong places, asking the right questions. And now that you know better, it's time to do better for yourself.